Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki
Jai.
Thy Go Premanande.
Hari Bol.
All glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees. Guru Gaura. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim
Devi
Saraswati
Saraswati
Vyasam
Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Tyam Bhagavada Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishti Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki
Devaki
Nandanaya Cha
Nandanaya Cha Nanda
Nanda
Gopakumaraya
Gopakumaraya
Govindaya
Govindaya
Namo Namo
Nama Pankajanaಭಾಯ Nama
Nama Pankajane
Pankajamaline Nama Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangre Mukam Karoti Vachalam
Angum
Pangam
Laggayade Giri
Langayadegim Yatyabatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Shri Chaitanyamishwaram Paramananda Madhavam.
Sri
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 13, Nature, the Enjoyer and Consciousness. And today we'll be discussing two verses, 4 and 5. So verse 4, Tat Kshetram Yachaya Diksha Yad Vigari Yadaschayat Sachayo Yad Prabhavascha Tat Samasena Me Shruno. Tat Kshetram Yachaya Diksha Yad Vigari Yadaschayat Sachayo Yad Prabhavascha Tat Samasena Me Shruno. Tat Kshetram Yachaya Diksha Yad Vigari Yadaschayat Sachayo Yad Prabhavascha Tat Samasena Shruno. Yes. 4, 13.
13. Takshetram Yachayat Yadrikshanale.
Yat Tat Kshetram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Takshetram Yachayadriksha Yatyukari Yadaschayat Sajayo Yatrabhavascha Tat Samasena Te Trunu.
Right.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Gayatri Maji.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Takshetram yacha yadrikcha yadvigari yadaschayat sajayo yad prabhavascha tad samasena mesrunu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Rekha Maharaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Takshetram yachat yadriksha yadvikari yataschayat sachayo yat prabhavascha tat samasena me shruno. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishna Kumar Prabhu.
Takshetram yakcha yadrakcha yad vigari yataschayat sachayo yat prabhavascha tat samasena me srunu.
Yes, that's Samasena me shruno. Right. Singha Maharaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Tatkhetram jatcha jadrukcha jadvikari jatascha jat sacha jo jat prabhavasya tatsamase name shrunu. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Right. Rekha Maharaji.
Okay.
that kshetram, field of activities, yat as, cha also, yadrik, as it is, cha also, yat what is, vikari, changes, yataha, from which, cha also, yat one, saha, he, cha also, yaha, one, yet which prabhava cha influence also tat that samasena in detail may from me shunu understand. Now please hear my brief description of this field of activity and how it is constituted, what its charges, changes are, whence it is produced, who that knower of the field of activities is, and what its influences are. Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Verse 5. ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव हेतुमद्भिर्विनिश्चितैः ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव हेतुमद्भिर्विनिश्चितैः ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव हेतुमद्भिर्विनिश्चितैः. Yes. Maji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव हेतुमद्भिर्विनिश्चितैः. हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Vaikari Maji.
हरे कृष्ण. ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव हेतुमद्भिर्विनिश्चितैः. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Rekha Maji. Krishna Prabhu.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं छन्दोभिर्विविध पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदयश्चैव हेतुमद्भिर्विनिश्चितैः.
Hare Krishna. Right. Rekha Maji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु. ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपादैश्चैव हेतुमद्भिर्विनिश्चितैः. हरे कृष्ण.
Hare Krishna. Sigda Maji.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव हेतुर्मभिर्विनिश्चितैः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु.
Can read that.
Yeah. Rishibhi, by the wise sages, Bahudha, in many ways, Geetam, described, Chandobhi, Vedic hymns, Vividhai, in various pratha, variously, Brahma Sutra, the Vedanta, Padehi, aphorism, Cha, also, Eva, certainly, Hetumadbhi, with cause and effect, Vinishcheta, as certain. That knowledge of the field of activities and of the knower of activities is described by various sages in various Vedic writings, especially in the Vedanta Sutra, and is presented with all reasoning as to cause and effect. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chachurunmilidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthavidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagata Mahyam Dadadi Swapadandigam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudavadagamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Saganadagunadanvidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Sadudam Parijanasaidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Lalida Shri Vishaganvidam Sa Ek Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopesha Gopiga Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha kalpadrubhishcha kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swaminidhi Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Tat Kshetram Yashya Diksha Yadvigare Yadashya Sajayo Yat Prabhavascha Tat Samasena Me Shunu. Now, please hear my brief description of this field of activity and how it is constituted, what its changes are, whence it is produced, who the knower of the field of activity is, and what its influences are. So, Arjuna's questions, Krishna is answering one by one. His third and fourth questions were Kshetra, with respect to Kshetra and Kshatrajna. So, in the second and third verses, Krishna generally answers what is Kshetra. Kshetra means field of activities. Field of activities, which means this body. The body is a vehicle which can carry out the intentions or desires of the living entities to enjoy the nature. Now, all living entities in the material world are here because they want to dominate the Prakriti. Apareyam idastanyam prakritim midhime param jivabhudam mahabaho yayedam dharyate jagat. They want to overlord. Srila Prabhupada is always very fond of this word, overlording the material nature. That is a nature of the jiva in the material world. Of course, in its pure form, it is not like that. It's always a, what is that? What is the pure form of jiva? What is the swarup of jiva?
Krishna
Nityadasa.
Yes,
Krishna
right. Jivera Swabhava Krishnera Nityadasa.
Nityadasa.
Jivera Swarupa Krishnera Nityadas. But having come over here, we have forgotten that. We have forgotten Krishna and trying to enjoy with all maximum capacity with the senses. And according to ability to enjoy, according to one's capacity to enjoy with the senses, he is awarded different types of bodies, starting from ant to Brahma. So Krishna says, so that is field of activities. And the knower of this field of activities, one who knows about the body, is called Kshatrajna. That Kshatrajna knowledge will be given from 13 verse onwards. But generally, we have to understand that one who knows that he is not this body, and because of his conditioning, now when you come to platform of self-realization, when you understand that you are spirit, then only you will understand how you are being wasting your life by trying to enjoy the material senses. When you are enjoying with your senses, when you are a materialist, when you're enjoying life, do not know that. Actually, you are not aware that you are enjoying only. Because we want to enjoy, but we don't understand that actually that is not our constitutional position. We are totally blind to it. Because we only know one thing only, because we want to enjoy. We are totally unaware of the other side, other constitutional position, or a primary constitutional position. Now we have 2 points. One is primary, that is we are soul. Second is the secondary, that is we are the body. Now when you are in this makeup, when you are immersed in such activities with zero spirituality, then actually you don't know your position actually. You simply bent on enjoying. But when you are on spiritual platform, when you are realizing Brahman realization say, then you understand that we have treated as if the body is ours. We are the body. We have so far, up to this point of time, we have considered ourselves as a body. So that is why in the second verse, this word is mentioned that when you are identifying with the body. But some printing when this has been there, omissions have been there in that printer. Actually, when you are self-realized only, then you understand that previously you have identified yourself, the body, and now you have understood that we are not the body, we are spirit only, we are Atma only. So that person is called Kshetrajna, one who is totally aware of his body. He is Kshetrajna. And there is another Kshetrajna, the second type of Kshetrajna is there in the everybody, and that is a super soul, which is a representation of Krishna. Kshetrajnam chabimam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. According to Mayavadi philosophy, there is no difference at all between all these three. But we know that this is not, although they are together now they are together. In the body, you have the body is there, your the soul is there, your spiritual super soul is there. Although these three are together, it is not the case of a dyed wood, dyed cloth. Suppose you add 3-4 colors, you put in the cloth and dye it, then that cloth becomes one, because you cannot separate these colors from the cloth now. They are there now. They are mixed now. They are together now. But that is not the case in this case. The body, the external, both the energies of Krishna, both the Pradhana, Kshetra, as well as Kshetrajna, without energies, one is inferior energy, another is a superior energy. Inferior energy is called Bhairanga Shakti, superior energy is called Antaranga Shakti. And the owner of this energy is the energetic Krishna. So body can now be soul, and soul can now be super soul. Qualitatively, yes, because both soul as well as the super soul Krishna are transcendental Satchidananda. Qualitatively they are same, but quantitatively they're different. So this is how Ajinta Veda Bhakta. Now Krishna in verse 4, 5, 6 and 7, or rather 6 and 7 mainly. 4 and 5 is an introduction to the detailed explanation of the Kshetra. So in verse 4, the first sentence, or the first line rather, Tat Kshetram Yascha Yadiksha Yad Vigari Yadashya. This is a body. What is that? Yacha. Yacha means what are the components of the body. The first knowledge regarding the body is what are the components of the body. The basic components. What are the basic components of the body? Yadriksha. Yadriksha means what it shelters, what it contains. The first is the basic components. Second is what it shelters. The third is Yadvigar. Yadvigar is what are the changes, what are the transformations of this body. Then Yadasha, for what purpose, what is the purpose, why this body has come into being. And yet the fifth one is what is the Swarupa of this Kshetra. So these are the 5 points, basic points which we have to understand regarding Kshetra. What are that? What are the basic components? What it shelters or what it contains? what are the transformations, then what is the purpose, and what is the Swarupa. It's always better you bring a notebook and pen so that you can note it down, because in the beginning it will not be easy for you to contain everything in your head. So always advisable you always bring a notebook and pen.
Right.
So these are the 5 things. And in the second line, Krishna says, Sa cha yo. Sa means individual soul, Cha means super soul, Yo means what are Swarupa, and Prabhava means what are influences. The second line, the first part of second line consists of the 2 novels. The first line concerns about Kshetra. Second line, first part of second line concerns about the 2 novels. And next part is Tat Samasena Me Shrunuhu. Krishna says, I am going to describe it briefly only. I am going to give you a summary only. I am not going to big details regarding Kshetra and Kshetranya. What the knowledge I am going to impart you in a nutshell, in essence. So Arjuna then naturally he will ask the question, oh Krishna, in that case, where it is elaborately described. Now, if you looked at the Bhagavad Gita, you can see that from the sequence of verses, actually Krishna is answering to the unasked questions of Arjuna, although it is in his mind. Now, this is the ability of the speaker. The listener may not always pose questions, but the speaker, when he speaks something, he should know that there will be some kind of doubt which will arise in the mind of the listener, which he may not ask, but that has to be explained. So in this case, when Krishna says that Samasena Me Shrunuhu, I'm going to describe it briefly. The natural question that will arise in the mind of Arjuna, who is listening now, will be then where it is explained elaborately. Understanding? Are you understanding? So, in reply to that, Krishna says in the 5th chapter, 5th verse, Rishibir Bahuda Gidam Chandobir Vividai Pradaka Brahma Sutra Padaishcheva Hedumadbir Vinishchidaihi. That knowledge of the field of activities and of the knower of the activities is described by various sages in various writings, especially in the Vedanta Sutra, and it is presented with all reasoning as to cause and effect. So that means in the whole Vedic literatures, this is elaborately described. Now, what are the Vedic literatures? Starting with Vedas. First is Veda only. Veda is accepted as infallible authority. Now, in a general term, sometimes when somebody says something, sometimes we may say, oh, are you speaking Veda? Have to consider your words to be Veda. That means the understanding is that Veda is infallible, faultless, there is no mistake or there is no error at all. Why it is so? Because it is directly coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is explained in Brihat Aranya Upanishad. Asya Mahad Budasya Nishwasido Rig Sama Yajur Angirascha. Asya Mahad Budasya Nishwasido Rig Yajur Sama Angirascha. Yeah, all the 4 Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda. Angiras means the master of what? Who is a teacher of Atharva Veda. So this all the 4 Vedas. Initially, there was only Yajur Veda. There was only one Veda. That was called Yajur Veda. That has come from the breath of the Mahat Soul. That's a supreme being. Supreme being is none other than Krishna. So that we can see in Srimad Bhagavatam, Vishnu, Garbhochai Vishnu, is explaining Brahma, which is now called the famous Chaudishlogya Bhagavata. The 4 verses spoken by Vishnu, Garbhochai Vishnu, to Brahma. So that is a beginning of all the Vedas. First verse came down, first verse explained to Brahma, and from Brahma, it came down to by oral tradition, by listening, but from Brahma to Narada to Vyasa, like that. So that tradition, oral tradition, is called Shruti. That is another word for Vedas, is called Shruti. Then at the beginning of Kali Yuga, just at the end of Dwapara Yuga, Vedavyas divided this Veda into 4: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, and Atharva Veda. Therefore, he got the name Vedvyas, one who divided the Vedas. So, actually, Vedavyas is not the composer of Vedas, nor the compiler of Vedas, but he has divided them and he has handed over all the individual Vedas to professors of Vedas like Paili, Jaimini, Angiras. All the 4 professors will hand over each Veda, and they again further expanded that into so many branches and so many branches of Upanishads. Ultimately, more than 2,000, 3,000 branches of knowledge are there in Vedas. But since it ultimately came from the Mahapurusha only, it is called Apaurusha, or Apaurusheya, which means not created by any person. Apaurusheya. Here, Paurusha here is any person belonging in this loka. So Apaurusheya means not written by any other person, any person. So in Manusmriti, it is said that Bhudam Bhavyam Bhavishyam Cha Sarvam Vedat Prasidayet. Bhudam Bhavyam Bhavishyam Cha Sarvam Vedat Prasidayet. Any spiritual principle must be validated on the authority of Vedas. Whatever you say, whatever principle you may state, it has to be validated by Veda only. So that is why it has got another called a Shabda Pramana. Shabda Pramana. So there are so many Pramanas. 10 are basically the Nyaya school. Go to Nyaya school, Gautama's Nyaya school. You can find the whole Pramanas. There are basically 10. This we have this Pratyaksha, Anumana, and then this one. Maybe I can give you the list of 10. Maybe I'll in the group I'll post that, which are the 10 Pramanas. We have already done that. There was a class given by one Venugopal Prabhu. He took 7-day seminar on these Pramanas. It was a wonderful class. So then Vedic scriptures from these are basic got Vedas, and in the Veda there are so many divisions like Idihasas, Puranas, Upanishads, and then finally Vedanta. And you have Idihasas, 2 Idihasas there. Which are the 2 Idihasas?
Mahabharata and Ramayana.
Yes, Mahabharata and Ramayana. Mahabharata was written by Vatmiki. Has been translated into many languages, including Hindi, Tulasi Ramayan. And in Kerala, Malayalam, it's called Tunjathirthachan. And Orissa, anybody has translated into Orissa, this Ramayana? Any famous personality?
Prabhuji, Ramcharitmanas.
Huh?
Ramcharitmanas
Ramdari.
is there, Prabhuji. That
Oh, Ramcharitmanas. That is by Tulsi only. Tulsidas.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes,
Tulsidas.
Prabhu.
That's in Hindi. Ramcharitmanas.
Yes.
That's very famous. But originally
Yes.
is written by Vatmiki. It's called
Valmiki.
Adhyatma Ramayana. Adhyatma Ramayana is original. Core Ramayana. Moola Ramayana.
അത് വാൽമീകിയല്ലേ എഴുതിയത്?
Moola Ramayana is by Vatmiki only.
Oh.
Ramachandramanas is by Tulsidas. And then
Tulsidas.
Kerala, you have this, what is called, Tundathirtasham.
Kambaramaya.
Yes,
Kambaramaya.
Then Tamil, yes, Kambaramayana, very famous in Tamil, Kambaramayana. So like that is it. And basically Ramayana has got 24,000 verses, 24,000 verses. And Mahabharata, again written by Vedavyas, this is written by Vedavyas, not Valmiki. It has got 1 lakh verses and is considered the longest poem in the world. In Mahabharata also the central character is Krishna only.
ഭഗവത്ഗീത ഉണ്ടായത്
Yes,
അത്
yes.
ഇതായിട്ടല്ലേ?
Bhagavad Gita is a part of Bhishma Parva, chapter 22 to 40, I think. 20 chapters of Bhishma Parva, you find Bhagavad Gita, 700 verses. And this Vishnu Sahasranam is also there only. And it is a Bhagavad Gita is written by coming from Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata only. And then after Itihasa, you have the Puranas. Puranas, we got 18 Puranas. And in 18 Puranas, the foremost is Srimad Bhagavatam only. Srimad Bhagavatam is the last work of Vedavyas. So there's a matured wisdom of Vedavyas you can see in Srimad Bhagavatam. And there's a background for why Srimad Bhagavatam was written. Because after writing all this, combining Vedas and then writing Mahabharata, then Upanishads, Vedavyasa was still depressed, and Narada, his spiritual master, comes to him, then explains that although you are very nicely elaborated the Purusharthas, but you are not explained in detail Achyudasya Mahima, the person behind everything. Achyuta, you are not describing fully. So now you write a treatise, a Samhita, which is narrating with the divine Leelas of Krishna only. So ultimately, the Srimad Bhagavatam was written. So he mentioned that in his picture that he is going to reveal the highest Dharma of pure selfless love for Lord. And philosophically, Srimad Bhagavatam begins where Bhagavad Gita ends. Bhagavad Gita narrates that some principles, and Srimad Bhagavatam deals with persons who have abided by this principle or against them. But basically, it is divine Leelas of Krishna, and that is why it is considered to be the highest Purana. Then we have this, apart from Vedavyasa, there are other rishis also. Shad Darshan is a Shad Darshan, because basically Shad Darshan, 6 gurus or 6 philosophers are there. That's called Sadarshan. First is Mimamsa philosophy written by, say, Jaimini. Jaimini has written Mimamsa. Then Vedanta Darshan by Vedavyasa, there is a, already listen. Then Nyaya Darshan by Gautam. Vaiveshika Darshan by Kanada, Yoga Darshan by Maharishi Patanjali, Sankhya Darshan by Maharishi Kapila, and finally our Ashtavatma. So Jaimini, Kanada, Gautama, Patanjali, Kapila, and Ashtavaka are the 6 sages who are, can say, maybe contemporaries of Vedavyas. So this is called Shad Darshan. So then you have Upanishads. Upanishads is called Uttara Mimamsa. Purva Mimamsa is Vedas. Uttara Mimamsa is Upanishads. The 100, basically previously there were thousands of Upanishads were there. Now currently there are 108 Upanishads. Out of that, 10 Upanishads are called principal Upanishads, called Mukhya Upanishads. It is also known as the Dasha Upanishad. 10 main ones. Now, Upanishads basically deals with jnana, basically as concentrated on soul, while Vedas basically, Purvamimamsa is dealing more with rituals and yajnas and elevation to Sarga. These small, we can call fruitive activities, Sagama, this one. But Upanishads deal with the. But the Puranas is basically, especially Srimad Bhagavatam, deals with the Upasana. Now, finally, you have Vedanta Sutra, the cream of Vedas. Veda Anta, Anta means the essence of Vedas. Vedanta. That is called Vedanta Sutra or Brahma Sutra. That is composed by Vedavyas only. Vedanta means the conclusion of Vedic knowledge. And many scholars have accepted it as a reference authority philosopher as dissertation, and as a final one, and written many commentaries on that. Shankaracharya has written Sharirika Bhasha. Ramanacharya has written Sri Bhashyam. And then we have Nimbakar Acharya. Nimbakar is Parijada Surabha. It's called Parijada Surabha. Then we have Madhvacharya has written that. And we have Vallabhacharya also. Basically, there are 23 commentaries on Vedanta Sutra. Out of that, 9 are from Vaishnava school. And our own Parambara, Baldev Vidyabhushan has written a commentary on Vedanta Sutra, which is called Govinda Bhashya. Govinda Bhashya. So this is Govinda Bhashya of Baldev Vidyabhushan. It's a great book. There's a story behind that also. That we'll discuss in some other class. Now we have to explain this verse. Now, Krishna says it has been detailed in various, and first one is Rishi Bir, many sages. So many sages, Vedavyas is prominent, and his father Parashara Muni also has commented on this, and especially in Vishnu Purana, Parashara Muni has given a very nice narration. Aham tvam cha tadanye bhude uhyama parthiva. Parthiva means, O king. So he is addressing, O king, what is that? Aham tvam tadanye, myself, yourself, and all the other living entities are caused by elements. Bhude, uhyama, guna pravaha, padido, bhudavargo, abhiyadiyam. The living entities are the fallen into the material gunas. Guna pravaha. Guna pravaha, the flow of the gunas. The flow of gunas. Because now we are, what you call, helplessly. Once we are here, we are helplessly caught in the web of these gunas. Another word for guna is called strong rope. We are tied by this. Padido Buddha Varga Abhiya, and what is that? We are caught in the cycle of birth and death. Why? Because karma vashya guna hi edat satyabhat prithvi pade avidya sanchidan karma ta chayeshu ta cha ashesha janteshu. How we are acquiring this type of gunas? By our karma. We are executing karma because we are ignorant. Ignorant of these elements. Ignorant of the unlimited entities. So many entities are. And because of our ignorance, we are doing some blind karma, and that on the basis of the gunas, and that are binding on us as karmic effect, reactions of our karma, our work. But in a pure state, Atma Shuddho Kshara Shando Nirguna Pragrade Para. In a pure state, the Atma is, what is that? Shuddha, pure, Akshara, indestructible or imperishable, Shanta, peaceful, Nirguna, without gunas, and Pragrade Para, superior to Pragradi, surpassing the Pragradi. This is a real niche of the soul. And the soul is now increasing. Pravardi apacho nasya egesi agredendusu. Just because some bodies are small and some bodies are large, the constitution of the soul never changes. Just because we are in a body of whale doesn't mean that our atma size becomes large, and we are in the body of a mosquito, then our atma size becomes small. No, it is not like that. Kudasta, always in one form. Atma is always Kudasta, means Atma is always in one form only. And what is the size of that Atma?
10,000
10,000
10,000 part of the tip of the hair.
Yes. 1 by 10,000, a part of the tip of the hair. So that form never changes. It remains in one form. Maybe in the whale, in the body of whale, or maybe in the whale of a mosquito, doesn't make a difference. So this Purana, this is Chaitanya, these Puranas, this Rishibi has given their version. And then comes to Upanishad. Upanishad.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. But
Yes,
in
yes.
one discussion, I was listening that soul cannot be created, not destroyed, cannot be divided into parts. So
Yes.
why there is a people explosion, and why there is increase in the living beings in every, whether it is water or air or in land, why there is a scientifically, why there is a
it cannot be divided doesn't mean that size, number of souls are numberless. It is not that one soul is got divided and assumes a lot of bodies. No. Krishna says yes, Mamevamsho is Krishna's part only, but they are innumerable. If you go to this this verse where that 1 by 10,000 part of is given that the soul is innumerable. You cannot count the size of, a number of souls. Even in grass, if you find a blade of grass, it is the soul only. I'll give that verse. It is coming in the second chapter. Is describing. Where is given at 1 by 10,000? Yeah, I think it's in verse 16 sometimes. Yes. Balagra Shadavagasya Shadada Kalpidascha Bhago Jiva Savitneya Cha Anantaya Kalpade. Anantaya Kalpade. Anantaya. When the upper point of hair is divided into 100 parts, and again each of such parts is further divided into 100 parts, each such part is assumed the dimension of spiritual soul, and it is Anantaya. This soul's Anantaya. Another one from Shadashadam version. Keshagra Shadabhagasya Shadamsha Sadushat Maha Jiva Sukshmo Surupoyam Sankhyaadido Hi Chitkana. Sankhyaadido Chitkana. These small parts of consciousness is Sankhyaadido. There is no as numberless. That is in verse 17. Vinashi tu tadviri yena sarvamidam tadam. In that verse, can note 2.17 in Srila Prabhupada's book, as it is 2.17. These two verses are given, where The basic point is that size of unit, but that is given that these salts are numberless. Was that your question?
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
Okay.
Chapter 2, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, sloka 17.
17 says, Avinashi tu tadvidi, yena sarvamidam tadam, vinasham avyayasya nakaschit kartumahasi. That is the
Okay,
verse.
okay. Yes, Prabhuji.
In the purport,
Yes.
you'll find this.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Kesagrat Sata, yes. It is written. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Right. In the Taittiriya Upanishad, Srila Prabhupada is quoting from, there is a portion in Taittiriya Upanishad called Brahma Pucham Pradishta. Brahma Pucham Pradishta. That particular part of mandala, you can say, of Taittiriya Upanishad is called Brahma Pucham Pradishta. In that, 5 Purushas, that is Brahma Pucham, the 5 understanding levels of understanding the Brahma, Brahma Pucha Pradishta. How you understand Brahman? Brahman ultimately is Supreme Brahman, that's only. So the 5 levels are Pranamaya, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Jnanamaya, Vijnanamaya, and Anandamaya. Now, a person, one who is a very lowest level, but a very gross level, he considers the gross body as everything. And for him, the food is the most essential thing. So he perceives Brahman or God in the form of food only. Annamaya. So that says called Annamaya. Because he is not at all spiritually elevated. He is completely into this gross body concept only. And for him, food is God only. So that is the first stage called Annamaya. Then he becomes aware of the symptoms of life. That I am moving, I am sitting, I am breathing. And all these things, the symptoms of life comes to him. And that stage called Pranamaya. Now beyond Pranamaya is a Jnanamaya, if I Jnanamaya stage, where you are aware of his feelings. Now beyond prana, this is called Jnanamaya, where the mental things are coming to play. Icha, Dvesha, Sukha, Dukha. Become aware of that. At that stage is called Jnanamaya, because he is understand that beyond the senses also there is something that is Jnanamaya, that is called Jnanamaya. And then, so these 3 things, Annamaya, Pranamaya, and Jnanamaya, is the components of Kshetra only, because it's coming from body only. And now the next stage is called Vijnanamaya, when the soul realizes that he is not these 3 parts, that he is not this body, he becomes aware that he is soul only. That is called Vijnanamaya. That is the first Kshetrajna, individual soul. And the last stage is called Anandamaya. In Ananda stage only you can find Krishna, Anandamaya Abhyasa. So that is called the Anandamaya. So this Taittiriya Upanishad talks about the Kshetra and 2 types of Kshetrajna in the form of these 5 stages: Annamaya, Pranamaya, Jnanamaya, Vijnanamaya, and Anandamaya. Then finally it comes to, what is that? Vedanta Sutra. So Vedanta Sutra, one thing I have to mention here, as I told you, 19 versions are there in Vedanta Sutra, 19 eminent philosophers have commented on it. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, who is the most highest of all the philosophers, because he's Krishna himself, he's a Vedic scholar par excellence. Nobody can match Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But still, he has not written any commentary on Vedanta Sutra. Because Srimad Bhagavatam is considered to be the natural commentary of Vedanta Sutra, written by the writer of Vedanta Sutra, Vedavyas. Vedavyas, Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is why Srimad Bhagavatam is so high, because it is a natural commentary on Vedanta Sutra. That Vedavyasa himself has said that. Arthoyam Brahma Sutranam Sarva Upadishadam Tri. Arthoyam Brahma Sutranam Sarva Upadishadam Abhi. It is a essence of all the Brahma Sutra and all the motions. So, out of respect to Vedavyas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not write any commentary on Brahma Sutra. So Brahma Sutra also deals with now we have to understand how the structure of Vedanta Sutra, Brahma Sutra. As you know, there are 4 chapters. There are 4 parts of the 4 chapters. There are 3 things involved: Sambandha, Abhideya, and Vijnana. Sambandha means establishing connection with Brahman, and Brahman here is Krishna only. Sambandha means the first part of Vedanta Sutra is called Sambandha, means basically how we have to get connected with Krishna. And then the second part is called Abhideya. Abhideya means how to get related to Krishna by doing some service. How you got related. Now, what you establish a connection. On the base of connection, you have to do some action. And that is called Abhideya. And the last one is Prayojana. What is the ultimate result of this relationship with Krishna is that you get develop love for Krishna. That is called Krishna Prema. So Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojana. Now, Brahma, they call Sutra. Sutra means very small, abbreviated sentences called Sutra. Now, the structure of Brahma Sutra, all the Sutra is that there are, first is called Adhikarana. Adhikarana, the basic thing is called Adhikarana. The components of a Sutra is Adhikarana. In the Adhikarana, there are 5 parts. First is called Vishaya. What it deals, what is the subject matter of that Sutra, that's called Vishaya. The second one is called Samshaya. The person who is listening sometimes may have some doubts on that. And the third one is Purva Paksha, that is objection. He may raise some objection. So Vishaya, Samshaya, Purva Paksha. And then the refutation of this objection is come by Siddhanta. You have to give the Siddhanta, the principle behind this. What is the principle behind this Vishaya? The Siddhanta you have to give. And the last is called Sangati. The Siddhanta should be supported by scriptures, basically from Upanishad. So this is the structure of sutras. And in this one, first it is said, it's coming from Na Viyat Ashude. Na Viyat Ashude. Viyat means sky. Na Viyat Ashude. Ashude means there either has got no. Shude means origin. Na Shude means there is no origin. Now, actually, this is a Purva Paksha. This particular portion of Vedanta Sutra is dealing with the 5 components. Sky, sorry, Vya means sky only, not air. Sky, air, fire, water, and earth. These are the 5 components. That is the first part of Kshetra, basic components. Now, when you are explaining this, that there is an origin, everything is coming from Brahman only. Everything is coming from Brahman only. Objection is raised that no Vya Achyude. Either has got no origin, because in Chandogya Upanishad, everything is mentioned except this sky. So the objection is raised that since it is not mentioned in Chandogya Upanishad, a sky has got or either has got no origin. Now that is refuted by Siddhanta by quoting from Taittiriya Upanishad, where it is mentioned that either has got origin from Brahma. So, but since here it is only now we are actually, because now this part is dealing with Kshetra only. So Kshetra goes body. The next Vedanta Sutra which is mentioned is Natma Shude. The soul has no origin. Natma Shude. Again, that is an objection. There is no soul, but soul has origin. That is coming from the Brahman only, Krishna only. So that is dealing with Kshetra. So Kshetrajna, individual soul. And the last one is Paratachyude. The actions of the soul rise from Supreme. Parat, from Parat. So here, the Parat is Super Soul. So Vedanta Sutra also deals with these basic things, Kshetra and Kshetrajna. And Kshetrajna comprises of two Kshetrajna. One is an individual soul and one is a Supreme Soul. So thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
I have one doubt, Prabhu. I just want to clarify that. Chapter name is Nature, the Enjoyer and Consciousness. Nature, Enjoyer and Consciousness. Chapter name. What about
Chapter?
nature is chapter name is Nature,
Chapter
Enjoyer
11.
and Consciousness. No,
That is
Prabhu.
13.
13 chapter name is Nature, the Enjoyer and Consciousness. Nature is Prakriti and Enjoyer is who is Prabhu, living entity or Lord Prabhu, Krishna?
Enjoyer is Prakriti. Enjoyer is soul only.
Soul.
The nature, the
Not the
enjoyer,
super soul.
and consciousness.
Okay, Prabhu. Consciousness that we are not the body, we are soul.
Yeah, we are soul only.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.
Consciousness is a part of, basic nature of the soul only. Of course, the consciousness coming from Jiva only, from life only. And different books have got different titles. In Baldev Vidyabhushan, the 13th chapter is called Prakriti Purusha Vibhaga Yoga. Prakriti Purusha Vibhaga Yoga. In Srimad Bhagavatam of Shankaracharya, it is called Kshetra Kshetrajna. That's all. In if you go to our Vishwa Chakravarti, he has division is Gunatraya Vibhaga. Gunatraya Vibhaga. Sorry, that is 14. Sorry. 13 is Prakriti Purusha Viveka Yoga. Prakriti Purusha Viveka Yoga. In case of Baldev Vidyabhushan, it's called Prakriti Purusha Vibhaga Yoga. Now, Ramanujacharya is Ramanujacharya. Ramanujacharya is differentiation of the knower from the known. That is the name of the chapter. He has given that. So in all the chapters in Bhagavad Gita, in 18 chapters, you will find that Acharyas, commentators had given different names, except the 9th chapter. That is called Rajavidya. Only 9th chapter, everyone has given the same Rajaguhya Yoga, Rajavidya Yoga, Rajaguhya, same. Right, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, I am a newcomer, as you know. So I have small curiosity to know. Just explain me. One is just a small question is, why pointing finger should not be used for counting Jabamala beads? Only thumb finger and middle finger to be used. What is the reason behind it?
Actually, it is not that there is some any Shastric constraints or an objection to it. Actually, the pointing finger is index finger. Index finger, sometimes you use it for scratching your head and all those parts, body parts. So that to that extent is called impure. So that is why we are not using the index with this pointing finger.
Point.
It is not that there is no Vedic objection to it. No, nothing like that.
Yeah, because there is a hole in the bag.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I've seen many people putting their
Index finger, pointing finger will come out.
come out. Yeah, yeah. That is why that doubt was there.
That is right.
I want to
There is a. It's not considered a bit hygiene. It's related to hygiene only.
hygiene.
Because
Correct.
with that finger only, we sometimes we're scratching this head. Sometimes, or sometimes we have a bit of scratching our thumb. I mean toes also.
Correct.
Yes. Next. Next thing. Anything else, Prabhu?
Okay, I'll just ask one more question. Prabhuji, I just it is all out of curiosity, yeah. Nothing. I just
Yeah, please. You can ask anything
yeah,
because you have
yeah,
to
yeah,
clarify everything. You should not
yeah.
keep anything in your mind.
Prabhuji, yeah, but Bhagavad Gita and all our Srimad Bhagavad Gita, all are spoken and recited in Sanskrit. And Bharat is called the Deva Bhumi, Tamo Bhumi. So slowly, this Sanskrit got diminished. And then in this Kali Yuga, you can see all people speaking English, Hindi, whatever languages. And Sanskrit is made as an optional language in schools also. It's only an optional language. So is it the reason that people our religion people, they don't want to read Gita, they don't, they are just getting ignorant or how to read the Sanskrit languages? Is it the reason, one of the reason?
What has happened basically because Sanskrit in the olden times actually was a spoken language.
Yeah.
It was a spoken language. Many people were conversing Sanskrit only, especially when they are related to Bhagavad Gita and all those spiritual subjects. Even other subjects also, it was basically spoken in spoken language only. Nowadays, Sanskrit is not a spoken language except in some parts of Karnataka, where still they converse in Sanskrit. The reason was that the Gurukula Sampradaya was abolished. I mean, it was, you can say, abolished by Lord Macaulay. That is our British people. They knew that the core of Indian civilization is Gurukula only, and as long as Gurukula is there, we cannot control the Indians. So this system of education has to be split away. So that they just started this called these schools and all that, the English and all that, and slowly this Gurukula's education I mean, receded. It became more unimportant and slowly became vanished also. And people then could be manipulated. The Indians could be manipulated to British habits, and they become servants studying English only, and they become salaried as persons who helping the British to run the government. Yeah, people getting clerical posts and all the posts, and they consider the government jobs to be most important. Like that, very slowly, very systematically, they destroyed this the Gurukula Sampradaya, which is a basic component of our
Cleverly.
very clever, very clever. So nowadays it's very difficult to bring back Sanskrit as a spoken language. It's very difficult, but they understanding. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, especially the last 10 years, there's a great effort to spread again, popularize, propagate Sanskrit, and many small courses are being offered. Even here also in our group also, I posted several. I mean, 2 weeks course and all those things. So people are interested, they can get admitted and learn Sanskrit. Okay, bro. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
You can write to me also in case if you want. Again, you can speak to me privately also if you want to get further doubts. But it's always better to raise in class itself because others will be benefited. That's why when you raise a question, others will be also be benefited.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Dekamaji can enter this.
Okay.
Presentation.
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रह्लाद लाददायिने हिरण्याकाशि को वक्षः शीलटङ्कानकालाय इतो न सिंहा परतो न सिंहा यतो यतो यामि ततो न सिंहा बहि न सिंहो हृदये न सिंहो नरसिंहमदिं शरणां प्रपदे तव करकमलवरे नाकामल्बुदशृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकाशिपु तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरहरि जय नरहरि जय नरहरि जय नरहरि जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणभद्रमृत्युर्मृत्युर्नमामः उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणभद्रमृत्युर्मृत्युर्नमामः उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणभद्रमृत्युर्मृत्युर्नमामः श्री नरसिंह जय जय नरसिंह प्रह्लादेश जय पद्ममुख पद्मभृंग श्री नरसिंह जय जय श्री नरसिंह प्रह्लादेश जय पद्ममुख पद्मभृंग
शुद्ध भक्ति विनाशकारी श्री नरसिंह देव भगवान की
जय
जय
वैष्णव भक्ति शेष पड़ा महाराज की
जय
जय
गो प्रेमानंदे
हरि हरि बोल